Orgasms are not important in sex at all. They have no power to give you truly good sex. Everything you really need from sex will not come from orgasms. By focusing on orgasms in sex, you are wasting your time and attention. You are not getting what you really need from sex, malnourishing yourself and your lover and starving your love life. Only when you completely let go of this idea, fully understand that orgasms have no significance at all, only then will you be able to discover the true richness of sex, the true power and majesty of sex. Your sex life will be free, creative, full of joy, full of love and the best possible sex. This will be impossible while you consider orgasms important. The point of sex is not to have one moment of intense pleasure. You can have sex like this, but it gives you so little. It's not worth all the time and the effort that you spend on sex, and eventually we all get to feel that it gives you nothing to you and to your relationship. Our culture promises us that all will be fulfilled with an orgasm, but it's a lie. This one sensation can't bring us anything that we truly want out of sex. That full aliveness, that full saturation with nourishing energies coming truly enriched and vibrant. The full spectrum of beauty, experiencing love, connection and journey together. The orgasm can't bring us any of this. How would one sensation do this? That's all it is and no more. The way sex enriches you is in every moment. Each moment feeds you with sensations, vibrations, sexual energies, love. Sensation by sensation, vibration by vibration, it is a process of saturation. The point is to spend time in that field of beautiful energy, filling up with positive energies, love, life. It's like listening to the whole piece of music. That is the whole impact. That is the result. There is no one big sound at the end of a song. One sensation at 100% or 999 sensations at between 10% and 90%, which will give you more. This is the only way sex can truly enrich you. You need many moments to be enriched. You need to take in lots of vibrations of sexual energy, lots of moments of love, connection, beauty, and you need many diverse moments like sounds of music so that that mix of energies can give you that true enrichment. And you need to spend time together, loving, connecting. This is relational nutrition. This is the only way that sex can really nourish you with what you truly need. And working for one sensation makes no sense. Many people have a sex life where they have an orgasm every time they have sex, and yet sex feels empty and it doesn't give them anything, and they only feel their sex as a burden they eventually want to avoid. Do we need more proof that orgasms didn't make a great sex life for them? All the enrichment from sex comes from outside the orgasm, but of course this is not how you might feel right now. We need to learn a lot how to make each moment feel amazing, and we have lost all the skills in our culture except for how to make each other come. The rest of sex may feel poor at the moment because we tend to work on orgasms. You see, focusing on the orgasm stops you from opening the true richness of sex. To achieve the orgasm, we turn sex into mechanical work, an industrial process. In this veneration of the orgasm, sex becomes a repetitive, lifeless routine. We trim sex to the skeleton, one line to the goal. In this pure mechanical work, we can no longer feel love, connection or creativity. Everything that is good about sex is no longer there. All true nutrition is sacrificed to the orgasm. And when that one sensation eventually does come and go in a flash, it felt good, but it didn't compensate us for everything we lost on the way. We are so deeply malnourished in our sanctum, in our home, which is our relationships. Orgasms make intimacy with our lovers a place of anxiety, insecurity, performance pressure, goals, and plain hard physical work. Sex stops being our refuge to just spend time together, be loved and be nourished. It's all about doing the job or failing to, and all for nothing, to get one sensation. Creativity and diversity in sex are gone. If you weren't working on the orgasm, sex could have gone in so many different directions, but it goes in exactly the same direction every time. Orgasms make a boring sex life, not a lack of new toys. The energetic drain from orgasms makes us lose our sexual vitality, our sexual attraction to each other, and frequency of sex life. Orgasms are not always great for sex. Often they're actually destructive to your sexual relationship. We might say, but can't we enjoy the whole of sex and then the orgasm? Yes, in theory, if you have your Zen black belt. In practice, only after you've got really good at sex without the orgasms, and to do that, you need to completely stop caring about the orgasms. But don't we need a release, you might think? No. Sex to get a release may be an occasional need, but overall it's a poor model for sex. It just leaves you empty. It's a lazy job by science throwing us an animal explanation. We definitely don't need a release every time we have sex. We need to make love to fill up, to be nourished, to retain these energies. You can retain your sexual energy very easily without releasing it. That is fixed with a good technique. You feel the tension to release normally because of a bad tense technique. And because we create that tension and frustration psychosomatically by our worship of release. And yes, you often do need a release of sexual energy, and you can have it. But it's just you managing your sexual energy levels, like going to the toilet. It has nothing to do with how good sex really is, and it is not the purpose of sex. You can attend to your release, but spend sex on more valuable things for you and for your lover. But aren't orgasms the best of sex? They might be right now, because it is an impoverished version of sex. Because the rest of sex doesn't feel of much. And is that because the rest of sex is just work towards an orgasm? So orgasms feel amazing in comparison to working on the orgasm. This is an optical illusion. And also, we never learn how to make each moment of sex feel really good. We barely learn anything about sex, and when we do want to learn, all we can find in our culture is how to make each other come. We can never find any other skills for sex. There is a whole world of techniques that could make you a master of making each moment feel amazing, deep, diverse, rich, and creating all sorts of interesting sequences and journeys. You could then create such beauty that an orgasm would be okay. We could even create an infinity of other orgasmic experiences. If you feel that the orgasm is the best thing in sex, it probably means that there is a lot more to discover, and you probably need that greater nutrition from sex. And I want you to think, why do we evaluate sex on the scale of a small sensation to a big sensation? Are we not capable of more than this simple metric dating back to cave times? We are humans. We create such amazing diversity of drama, music, arts, technology. Can we not make something intelligent out of lovemaking? What is wrong with evaluating sex by how it made you feel real nourishment, love, connection, diversity of different colors and experiences of beauty, interesting sequences and journeys? Who can force us to evaluate sex by that one intense sensation? You're free to do what you want. We have to stop applying Class A drugs philosophy to making love, that this one intense sensation is worth all the stressful, disconnected, empty sex. Wouldn't it be better to go for less intensity but feel really nourished and well and in love after? Why is this not seen as the best? Hey, and you can by all means keep those orgasms and have them as one of the best, but it is boring to have the same one sensation as your best every single time for the rest of your life. Have many different best ways to spend your time in sex. And some may say, well, what about all those non-peak orgasms, being orgasmic for ages, multiple orgasms without ejaculation, vaginal orgasm for an hour, etc. No, they are not important also. 3 reasons. First, no orgasm is more significant than every moment of sex. Every moment fills you up with sexual energy, with love, with beauty. It is not a simple scale. Often subtle energies are more powerful. Love is the most powerful. These orgasmic experiences are not more important than a loving touch just because they are more intense. Secondly, they are not orgasms. They are just sexual energies feeding you moment by moment. This is what I'm talking about. Don't call them an orgasm and you will enjoy them even more. Third, all orgasm worship limits you. It's just going to become another thing where you will put all your hopes and create pressure and obsessiveness. And you will dismiss the nourishment from each moment all the same. Enjoy each moment, and these orgasmic experiences will come by themselves, but they are not important. So what do? You can keep your orgasms, you can have them in sex, you can have them on your own, but just make them irrelevant. Understand that they have no significance. They don't make good sex. Don't try to make good sex by doing orgasms. Don't try to improve sex by learning orgasms. Don't evaluate your sex life by orgasms. Don't try to make your lover happy in sex by giving them orgasms. Don't waste time in sex by working on orgasms. An orgasm can be a moment in this journey or not, it just doesn't matter. Make sex good in ways that really matters. Make every moment rich of that nourishing energy, love, connection, beauty. Learn how to do that and then make creative new sequences. You will discover a whole amazing world. You have one life. Stop making sex work, make it full of beauty.